Hello, everybody. How are you doing? This is Nusra, and today we're going to do a different live on how to unlock your super brain. And before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Nusrat. I'm a mindset and fitness coach, and this channel is all about hacking. It's about hacking related to life, related to security, related to law of attraction and manifestations. And I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, we all know that brain is important, right? We all use our brains, right? But are we using it enough? Research says that human beings, only use a limited portion of their brain, and that's really, really small. And even the people, who were geniuses, Albert Einstein, and people like that, even nobody had ever used like their 100% brain. It's like if all of us could use that, it would be like, we'll be able to see through the matrix and the metaverses, and I don't know even if that's something we would desire, but yeah. However, this one is not about, it's not about using your brain 100%. It's about unlocking your secret powers, the super brain powers you already have inside you. Now, we have two minds, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And once you know how to really run the subconscious mind, that's when you get to run the show. The subconscious mind is basically, all the things that you've gone through, your emotions, your beliefs, things that society taught you since you were a child, things your family, your parents taught you, those deepest fears or deepest desires, they all manifest into our outer reality. So somebody who is really fearful, really afraid, is going to have a certain reflection of the world, right? He or she is going to be really afraid in many things, and the world will also project to that person reflection of his or her innermost belief. So we all know it, and we kind of like we understand it, but many people really neglect this issue, and it really goes much deeper. I mean, these are deep water people. These things go really, really deep. And we know that, yeah, you got to think good thoughts so that you can reflect, so that you can have a positive mindset and a positive life. And it's so true. It's like we all take it for granted, but that's all that there is. So someone who keeps complaining, I mean, that person knows that, yeah, he or she should not complain, he or she should have a positive mindset, but because somewhere in their mind, they're not completely sure about the idea. It's like they know it, but they have still some time to really assimilate that information, to really absorb that information. And once somebody knows it, nobody is ever going to ever complain, because the more we complain, the more we keep on to that frequency of negativity. And the more we say, I am, not worth it, not this, not that, not rich, not happy, cut, cut, cut. Like my teacher says, whenever you say some wrong affirmation, just say cut, cut, cut. These are the times when, life is going to throw more of those incidents at us. And sometimes it's like it happens with a slip of a tongue, right? We don't really remember that we should be positive. We don't really remember that, how, because it's really difficult. We're not taught to think, right? Think about that for a moment. We're not taught to think. If I tell you I saw a red car, and the red car was speeding, instantly you're gonna have the image of a red car. So it's something that happens automatically, right? Most of us don't really put much thought into thoughts. We just think whatever we find around us. And worse happens when we go into the reaction mode, when we think thoughts and then our reality reflects that, and then we think more thoughts based on that reality, right? If there is a bad weather or something bad happens, and when we focus on it, where you will focus, that's where all your energy is going to go. The more you're going to get more of that. And that's when a super brain, someone with a super brain, someone with that capacity can just put on the brakes and be like, oh shoot, I'm again creating another circle of negative incidents by focusing on the negative incidents. I'm just going to stop here, take a U-turn, and I'm going to think better thoughts, raise my vibration. It basically takes a little bit of practice. It takes some time, but unlocking your super brain has so many benefits in your emotional life, in your in your intellectual qualities, in your day-to-day affairs, financial, spiritual, even. So unlocking your super brain is going to allow you to reach different heights of success. It is going to allow you to help with all things in your life. So, how do you unlock your super brain? Well, let's find out. But before that, if you haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe to my channel right now. Anyways, let's go back to what we were saying. Number one, make sure that you meditate at least 10 to 15 minutes after you wake up. Okay, this is really, really important. Go to meditate, just like go, like, don't take your phone, don't do anything, especially, don't see your phone, don't see all the messages and social media that you scroll through or your emails from your workplace. After you wake up, sit in silence, meditate for 10 to 15 minutes, and then go about your daily duties. Perhaps after that, you could do a little bit more workout or plan your day. Whatever you do, daily meditation is going to help you in so many levels. It's going to help you get focused. It's going to help you feel more spiritual, more blessed, but mainly it's going to help raise your energy. It's going to help you raise your vibration. So every day at the beginning of the day, when you are going to elevate your vibration, you're going to start the day on the right foot. And the rest of the day is going to reflect that. The rest of life is also going to reflect that. Number two, stop having junk food. I mean, you don't have to like stop it for the rest of your life, but food really has an impact on our body. And whether you know it or not, whether you're going to believe it or not, the physical body and the mental, spirit, the mind, it's so connected. And science really has not been able to really, find the deepest connection yet, but everybody agrees that the mind and the body, the spirit and the body has a deep connection, has a really deep connection. So the more you're going to have junk food, the more it's going to affect your physical body, what you're made up of. You are what you eat. And gradually you're going to go into a point of neglect. you know if you're eating too much, if you are feeling tired all the time, sluggish, it's going to affect your daily activities. On the other hand, if you have like really good eating habits, if you have a lot of fresh food, fresh fruits, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, avoid you know avoid junk food, avoid fries and things like that. Not forever, but at least most of the time, you're gonna see a huge difference. I also have some brain food, things that help your brain, like omega and things like that. Okay, so also you're gonna see that people who are sages, people who do yoga, people who are really spiritual, like monks, they always fast. Like they always fast, and fasting is a part of many religions because the food, the mind, and the body has a huge, has a deep connection. So that's number 2. Number 3, make sure that you move, like it again gets connected to number 2, but make sure that you move, right? When your mind and your body is connected and your body is stagnant, your body has poor body language, so like sitting crouched all the time, your mind is going to pick up the wrong signals. You have to be confident till you are confident. You have to show up as the best version of yourself until your subconscious mind really registers that. You have to do everything to really increase your skills, um, be active, sweat every day at least for 30 minutes with physical workout. And also, you're going to see a huge connection between creativity and movement. So, suppose, I mean, not structured movement, like creative movement. Suppose you're having a long day at work and you just take a walk in nature for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You're gonna get so many new ideas, so many, wonderful things are gonna come. The same goes for anything else. If you just dance, if you move, if you jump, it instantly raises your vibration and you're going to get like so much more creative ideas. You're going to be able to manage your emotions so much better, and you're going to be having a more productive day compared to not moving. So that's number 3. Number 4, hear from the experts, hack the brain of experts. Okay, by that I mean take a mentor, be in a mastermind group. The 5 people you surround yourself with are the type of people you will become. So make sure that you surround yourself by people who hold high standards, whether it be business, whether it be spirituality, whatever you're doing. Make sure that you surround yourself by people who are constantly improving, who are constantly growing, right? Because if you want your life to change, if you want to unlock your super brain, you're gonna have to push through the limits. The limits created by the subconscious mind are like webs, like cobwebs, okay? So when you're gonna do it, you're gonna see that the first few days you're gonna be like, it might be a little bit uncomfortable whenever you're gonna push your limit. If you're gonna sit with people who are like super successful, it might actually in some people, not all, it might bring out your insecurity. But if you put that aside, you're gonna be jumping. I mean, you're gonna be quantum leaping, kind of that. Okay, you're gonna be like a different version of yourself. You're gonna be thinking bigger, thinking richer, and it's going to slowly affect in the way you think. It's quite like everybody has an aura, and when you surround yourself by 5 great people, you absorb their aura. The same goes for negative people as well, which is why we should always avoid toxic negative circles. So when you're gonna absorb their aura and when you're gonna think like them, it's going to expand your brain. It's going to allow your brain to think beyond the limits. So it's not going to be like an overnight thing, but you're going to have to do it again and again. And you're going to have to be consistent. You're going to have to keep really good habits. That's basically our number 5. Have good habits. Make sure that you always have the habits of a successful person, because habits go a long way. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth does that have anything to do with unlocking your super brain? Well, think of it like, you know, you have this super brain and you have the key, you have the lock. The super brain is like locked inside your mind, right? And you want to take small steps every day to unlock it. Okay, it's like a maze. So on day 1 you may not be able to completely like grasp it, but when you have the right habits, when you're waking up early, when you're reading books, when you are enhancing your skills, when you take time for self-care, When you have the right habits in check, when you have the right habits in place, your super brain is going to start to, it's going to start to get organized, and it's going to be coherent. Basically, that's what we are looking for. We're looking for coherence between our heart and our mind. We're looking for integration between our mind, body, and spirit. So another thing you can do, although I was talking about five, but make sure that you always balance your chakras, okay? Especially, when I was talking about integration, and aligning your chakras is such a great way to integrate. It's basically going to help you with your material world, with your, heart, with your emotions, with your spirituality, with your finance and everything. So do a little bit of it every day. There are various ways you can align chakra. There are meditations to actually do that. So you're gonna find so much better results when you adopt the right lifestyle, when you adopt the right habits, and when you integrate your true essence, your spirit, your ether matter with your body. And having the right habits in place is going to help a long way, because like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. If you just do it once and never do it, it's not going to happen. Make sure that you combine all these elements together to really shine in life. So I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Other than that, I'm gonna see you guys soon. Take care. Have a great day.